Every year, beautiful gardens are ruined by slugs and snails who aren't deterred by beer traps, eggshells, coffee grinds, or other home remedies. If you really want to keep slugs and snails from destroying your garden, you need a proven treatment. And nothing is proven to be more effective than products that contain active ingredient such as Cory's and Deadline. These products are specifically developed to rid your garden of slugs and snails only, and they do not harm beneficial organisms like bees, earthworms, and beetles. Simply spread the pellets or meal evenly throughout the garden right before dusk, just before slugs and snails come out for their nightly feedings. Liquid paste is just as easy to apply. Always follow the directions on the package for proper application, tips, and treatments. It's really just that easy. So if you want to get serious about slug and snail control, look for products with the Meta logo.
At Marquee, our goal is to enhance our customers' lives by providing quality products in a pleasant shopping environment. You can feel comfortable knowing our customer satisfaction guarantee and price match policy helps ensure every purchase you make at Marquee will be your best decision. Come visit Marquee today and experience for yourself how you too can turn your life into a lifestyle with the help of Marquee. Marquee, we're your casual living store in Tigard, Clackamas, and Salem.
This summer's tomato harvest starts now. It's your one chance to start your seedlings in Black Gold Seedling Mix and give them the best environment for a healthy start. Every ingredient in Black Gold Seedling Mix gives delicate root systems what they need to grow and be strong for transplanting. You'll see the OMRI certification right on the bag. A successful harvest starts with a recipe for success. Black Gold Seedling Mix, sold only at local independent garden centers. For the one nearest you, log on to sungro.com.
Well, this is the time of year when, if you're fortunate enough to have a greenhouse, you can spend a lot of time in it. And right now, I'm in the Portland garden of Susan Bates. Susan, good morning.
Good morning, Mike.
Nice to be here with you again.
Thank you.
It's been a little while. Now, this is a Sturdi-built Greenhouse.
Correct.
And they're a Portland company. Been here.
Right, and they're just over on Boones Ferry Road. Very close.
Okay. Let's talk about the size of this greenhouse.
Okay.
It's about what?
It's 12 by 16 give or take.
Okay.
About that.
And this space was before this? What was
it? Was just a garden.
Okay.
I guess the previous owner hung the laundry in this area, so it was just a little space.
But you needed a greenhouse.
But the other greenhouse needed replacing, and so this seemed like an appropriate place for it, and it works out very nicely.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about some of the features you have here. Now, I noticed that the roof is not clear.
That's correct, but it's still plenty bright, and it's a double layered with air in between, plastic, lucite, I'm not sure what the material is, which helps for insulation both in summer and in winter.
Okay.
Otherwise, in the summer, it gets very hot in here. We have 2 vents.
Right.
Well, actually, there are 4, 2 on each side, that work automatically. When it gets to be 80 degrees outside, there's some sort of a wax capsule that melts, and presto, up go the vents.
Oh.
And then when it gets cool in the evening, they close themselves back down.
Okay, and tell me about the floor here. You have this brick here and gravel over there.
I chose to have gravel on the sides just because it's good for the moisture, the water, and the greenhouse is always moist.
Okay, well, and the water will drain through it.
Right.
Okay, then you added this.
Well, we have a pipe so that plants can hang.
Okay.
Because some things just work better that way.
And then you said
you
added
a shelf.
The shelf
a small shelf.
Okay.
Just for small plants to raise them up, just to give a little bit more space. And I chose to do 2 layers of decking.
Okay.
Right, 2 shelves. And we basically use the lower level for storage, but I suppose you could put plants there as well. We left an area at the edge, and this all can be customized. It was very easy to do. I left an area so that we could have the trash containers.
Oh, I see that. Okay.
Yeah, because otherwise you don't want them in the middle of the floor.
Right. Okay. So this would be like your potting area right here.
Well, this is actually a cutting. It's for cuttings.
For cuttings, okay.
Particularly. And so some of these things are right fresh out of the garden. We just cut them and put them in.
Okay. And the yellow strips, let people know, for white fly.
For white fly,
Okay.
which unfortunately the tomatoes seem to
And I noticed
attack.
behind you do have tomatoes there.
Right.
And those are about, what did you say,
6 weeks old.
Okay.
And dahlias.
And then you got
Quite a few dahlias.
These are just seed trays?
Right. And these are just, readily available at any garden center.
Right.
And it's on a heating mat that just plugs into the wall.
So that's the black
And
right here.
so that gives some bottom heat, which is really good for starting seeds.
Okay.
And then putting the cover on them gives extra moisture.
Right. And then some plants you have blooming now. You have right here?
Right. This is a Varea rhododendron. There are several of them. There's another one over here,
got an
an
orange
orange
one over
one.
here. Right.
And that's called Lucy Sorensen, who has been the owner of Bovie's nursery for a very long time, and it blooms really well.
All right. And then tell me about the unusual plant over there.
Well, the one in the corner is called a Boweia, B-O-W-E-I-A, and a friend gave me that. And it's an onion type plant, obviously, and it was just like a normal kitchen onion originally, but green. And it's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger, and I keep having to repot it, and then one day, eureka, it had a baby. And so down to the side then is a small plant that has been growing for about 1.5 years.
Okay,
And,
so those are some things you can grow in a greenhouse that you really couldn't. And the other thing, which I think is a huge advantage, is you can start your own tomatoes, a lot of things from seed
Seeds
right here.
or cuttings.
Okay, and then I noticed you have a insectivorous plant over here.
Pitcher plant.
Right.
Yeah, and it was in the house for quite a while, and then I just thought, well, time to bring it out here.
Okay.
One of the nice thing about having plants that are blooming here in the greenhouse, some of the larger ones, when they're blooming, then I take them into the house while they bloom,
Right.
and
Bring
then
them
I
back
bring
out.
them back out
Okay.
when they're done.
Okay, and we should mention just a couple things real quick. You do have a heater,
Absolutely.
so because you need heat, and
Right.
then you do have fans for circulation.
Right, which you need for circulation and water.
And don't forget, you told me your chair. You have to have
And
a
my chair, everybody has to have a chair, right? But we
Okay.
have water, and so you have water and electrical
Right.
are essential.
And Sturdi-built kind of did the whole thing. They kind of help you out with
They
making
helped.
the design to
Right.
fit your space.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Susan, thank you. This is great.
more than
It's nice to
welcome.
be in here on a cold
I
winter
know,
day
isn't
too.
it lovely?
It's very
Yes.
pleasant.
Thank you for coming.
For a complete listing of all the plants you've seen and the places we've been, go to mikedarcy.com.